Okay, here we go. Moving right along with the next track titled Nightmare. So far, fantastic album, so dark, but somehow very sweet at the same time.
Oh, 눈부시게 빛나던 불꽃들이 사라진 거리엔 어둠이란 차가운 매일 쌓인 듯한 따뜻한 네 손등마저 서늘해진 느낌 멈칫 않는 순간 펼쳐진 기묘한 그 판타지 나에게서 너를 빼앗아 심수궂은 장난처럼 누군가기를 가리고 속이려고 해봐도 We'll be fine 다 꿈이란 걸 잊지마 기억해 그만 놓아줘 Baby bye bye 한밤중 우리를 삼킨 건 단지 nightmare 악몽일 뿐이야 아침 햇살이 입 맞추면 전부 nightmare 사라질 뿐이야 Close your eyes, make a wish 나쁜 꿈에 잠겨 가장 반짝이던 우릴 떠올려 괜찮아질 거야 곧 yeah. 또 흐릿해 저울을 축복하듯 바라보던 관람차도 날 불러봐도 아무 대답 없어 불안함만 자꾸 커져 걸음이 조금씩 느려져 온몸이 무겁지 날 잡아당기는 bad dream 우리 둘 사이 틈으로 숨어들어온대도 We'll be fine 꿈이란 걸 기억해 슬슬 그만 놓아줘 Baby bye bye 한밤중 우리를 삼킨 건 단지 nightmare 악몽일 뿐이야 걱정 마 아침 햇살이 입 맞추면 전부 nightmare 사라질 뿐이야 Close your eyes, make a wish 꿈에 잠겨 가장 반짝이던 우릴 떠올려 괜찮아질 거야 곧 조금만 기다려 이 밤이 다 지나면 어디에 있든지 찾아갈게 악몽에서 깨면 날 소리 높여 불러 한달음에 달려가는 내게 한밤중 우리를 삼킨 건 단지 nightmare 악몽일 뿐이야 시간 보이는 아무도 전부 nightmare 사라질 뿐이야 그냥 즐기려 해 즐겨봐 내 축제 그냥 이제 없다는 거라니까 마치 거짓말처럼 그 말처럼 it's so fun
Dude, this is like they're straight up six chords, like Christmas song chords. Bum 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 bum. This is such a in three. I was waiting for this, right? This is so perfect to change up to this 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6, right? A waltz like reminds me of going to watch the Nutcracker Ballet or something. Like you can imagine a entire musical performance with this in it, right? Like this is one of the songs in it. It's so waltzy, it's so dance-like, and again, brilliant instrument choice. I love it. The massive bass horn sound that's going on, those light piano chords, right, and the progression. It's at first it's got that what is it, that like polka kind of, burnt, right, like okay. And then it gets more fun after that. It starts to become a more sophisticated type of sound as the chord progression sort of develops. once you finally get to that like chorus section, and it does that wonderful ascending bum 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 bum. It feels like a Christmas song, doesn't it? I mean, it does. And it still manages to. This is probably like the brightest song so far, right? You still have that big horn bass sound that's going on, but a lot of light parts in this, and the danciness of the rhythm as well. Vocally, right? These parts are so much fun, dude. All these vocal lines in here, the rhythms on it are magnificent, man. Going between 16th note and 18th note sort of subdivisions on the rhythm, which likes to hang around the 3 count a lot, but also kind of spreads it out, right? Where there's some deliberate syncopation in here, and emphasis on one or the other, right? As far as, are you going to do an 8th note thing or the occasional quarter note, right? So, but a really, really fun vocal parts on this, and incredible melodies again, delivering like this incredible sounds again. This, I was like, and I should have known, because I was like, oh, Nightmare, oh my god, like everything we heard so far, right? And I was like, wow, this is probably going to be like, oh, but it's actually really fun. Like, and there's so much classicism in all of these songs, but this one in particular, I mean, straight up 6 chords, dude. I was like, what? But it's fun. Like now, this was like the most fun song so far, and all because they change up the rhythm of it with that 3 count feel, right? All of a sudden, you're swinging back and forth. It's great. It's fantastic, and this is like the middle of the album. Like, this is when you kind of reach like the halfway point. And it's wonderful, like the way this is structured, right? The way this overall like shape and sort of path that this album is taking you on. You know, it's gone really deep, right? Like it's gone really deep, and it's been really expansive, and kind of showing you things that are like massive. This feels much more just friendly. I don't know, like fun. Like, you know, this was a little bit of a like, oh, hey man, I know I took you pretty deep so far. We'll keep it light this time, you know, and you won't get lost in this at all, because the rhythm is so intuitive. Even the chord progression is intuitive. Like when it descends, right, when we got one chord and it's about to go down, you can feel it coming a mile away, right? And even the that ascending on the chorus section, right, to bring it to that wonderful finish and resolve, it's so intuitive. Like you know it's coming. You know it's coming. You know you're going to be going dun, 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 like, you know you're climbing, and it's so much fun. The least sort of obscure, mysterious type of vibe, right? This one's pretty straightforward, and once it gets you into that pattern, that swing feel, you're like very much enjoying the space. So you're set, and you know that this is going to be fun. This was really, really awesome. That's an incredibly brilliant song right there. Oh my goodness. Okay, iced coffee. I never know what to expect. I just let it go, right? Just let it do what it's gonna do.
Every morning 결국 네 앞에 떠올린 듯 서 있어. 덜 깬 잠은 여전히 몽롱하게 내게 날 이끌어. 공허했던 내 맘에 얼음 가득 차온 채 버티는 내 full of taste, yeah, yeah, yeah. 한 입 가득 머금어 시릴 만큼 차가워. 언다 해도 yeah, I don't care. 너를 sweet 기대하고 있잖니 이렇게 마저 하얗게 얼어붙는다 해도 내게 너 하나면 돼 yeah 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 결국 또 한 모금 더 중독마저 달콤해 언다 해도 yeah I don't care 길수록 길어져 내 모든 밤이 머리 끝까지 아찔하게 마비돼 inside me 내 모든 감각이 멈춘 그 찰나의 온도 차갑고 황홀한 이 느낌 Cause you make me feel all this fantasy 좀 더 원해 난 iced coffee Falling in your eyes, falling in your eyes Yeah, you got me like iced coffee Got me up all night, got me up all night Yeah, you got me like iced coffee Every day 투명히 빛이 나는 your eyes 물린 듯 너에게 끝없이 빠져들어 여린 타임이 멈추지 않아 이 온도가 차가워도 황홀한 향기를 느끼 Me feel all this fantasy 널 더 원해 난 iced coffee Falling in your eyes, falling in your eyes Yeah, you got me like iced coffee Got me up all night, got me up all night Yeah, you got me like iced coffee Yeah, you got me like iced coffee
It's getting brighter. Everything is lifting. Everything is lifting. One thing I forgot to mention about Nightmare, and this was because it stood out to me in the beginning, but the vocal was doing like an almost like a round, like it was an echo. You'd hear the main line sung mostly like left, center, and then there was an echo, right? Like this delayed sort of line that was really, really far back in the right. So you'd hear a line and then you'd hear the same shape, like, about a full beat or two later, right? It was really interesting. They kept the 3 feel a little bit here. You could really hear it in the percussion and in the guitar arpeggios. Dun, 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 1 2 3 1 2 3. But I think this is like a count of 4, but each beat is these groups of 3. 1 2 3 2 2 3 3 2 3 4 2 3, right? But very bright, much lighter, right? Like everything has lifted and gotten much lighter. Probably, I'd say one of the best vocal deliveries so far. It's definitely like reaching a high point. The peak in this song was almost made me cry. It was so good. It was so good. And it's just characteristically sweet. I mean, we started off with some dark, haunty, mysterious stuff here, but we keep rising a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more. And this is a very, very sweet sound all around. Those little, it's like little string runs or fills, right? That come at the beginning of, it's kind of like a pickup again, but it goes, and you hear it like in the left side, right? And it's really high up there. And not only is it's this very quick, high pitched run on the strings, right? But it's chorusy, so it sounds like there's many strings playing it. And the production on it has this somewhat compressed, almost like it's like a tape, like you're listening to a tape, like an old tape. So it's a little bit nostalgic, and it's very, very bright. And then some of those plucky sounds, I'm not sure what instrument it is, but it sounds like drops, like drops of water, like bloop, bloop. but it's got a pitch to it, definitely, like a pitch quality. And it's such a round shape, right? You know, like the coffee as it drips out of the brewer, right? Like it's and it's doing that bloop. Like every so often you get that little drop that comes out. An incredible, again, compositionally, this stuff's amazing. The instrument selection, it's they're not afraid to just like make the song. Like this is what's right for the song, right? And it goes all the way down to the selection of the different instrument sounds. But vocal delivery on this was, I think, for me, this is a high point. Like, and it's a very intentional high point. And we've been brought up to this, right? Like we've been lost in the woods and in the dark and all, and they started leading us, you know, through a nightmare, right? Like after, like, will I ever see you again? I don't know. And then, you know, with nightmare, oddly enough, it, you know, started to get lighter there, and it started to be very, like, more familiar, right? And now at Iced Coffee, it's an absolute high point. They've like brought us through a bunch of the low, dark areas, the dark recesses of things, and brought us to this really nice, bright, sweet high point. And there's parts of this that are still tonally red. The strings sound, some of the vocal lines, but it's very bright, right? Like, to me, there's a lot of the white, like bright light sort of feel to the tone that's in this song. And it's very nostalgic. It's like watching an old movie or something, you know. But the vocals, this was absolutely a high point. Is gorgeous. The melody line going all the way up to the high note in this. Oh man, I almost cried a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, next song is called One Kiss. Let's see where we go.
One kiss, 단 한 번에 너를 홀려버린 trick. My kiss, 완벽해진 우리들만의 비밀. 아슬한 텐션, 치솟는 passion, 가까워질수록 궁금해. 설레는 potion, 과감한 motion, 나만의 아직 널 초대해. I'll tell you what I like, what I want, what I done, what you got, what you waiting for, what you waiting for. 보여줘봐, get me some, getting hot. 기회는 한 번뿐, I want to know. 금세 홀린 듯이 love like that. 방심한 틈 사이 just like that. 스친 시선마저 짜릿해. 자꾸만 일렁이는 네 눈빛. 들킬라, 기회 놓칠라. 주도권까지 다 뺏길라, 넌 다 티나. 잊지 마, 두 번은 없어. Baby, take it slow. One kiss, 다른 번에 너를 홀려버린 trick. You won't forget my kiss. 완벽해진 우리들만의 비밀. 랄랄랄라, 랄랄랄라. 달릴 듯 말 듯 1, 2, 3. Gonna lose your hand, 또 빠진 듯이. One kiss, 한순간에 너를 삼켜버릴 trick. 랄랄랄라, 랄랄랄라. Oh my God, 눈을 맞추고 the way you set my heart on fire. Just like 숨을 멈추고 아무 말도 shit be quiet. 난 알겠다 듯한 듯이 down down. 커지는 심장 소린 빵빵. I see you hala hala. You gotta know 달라 달라 지금부터. We should go watch out. We should go on like a wild. 좀 더 대담하게 love like that. 아무 예고 없이 just like that. 스친 숨결마저 짜릿해. 더 깊이 파고드는 네 손길. 넘칠라 전부 빠질라. 넌 정신 차릴 수 없겠지 like tequila. 큰일 나, 네 맘은 지켜. Baby, take it slow. One kiss, 단 한 번에 너를 홀려버린 trick. You know you won't forget my kiss. 완벽해진 우리들만의 비밀. 랄랄랄라, 랄랄랄라. 달릴 듯 말 듯 1, 2, 3. Gonna lose your hand, 늪에 빠진 듯이. One kiss, 한순간에 너를 삼켜버릴 trick. for my kiss. One kiss. 헤어날 수 없는 어찌로 끌린 you. You won't forget my kiss. 네 입술에 깊게 새겨진 향기. La 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 la. Can't find 말수록 wild and sweet. Yeah, you know that your hand 내게 갇힌 듯이. One kiss. 상상 그 이상의 위험한 끌림. La 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 la. One kiss.
So when I was like wanting that up-tempo fantastic delivery earlier, this is it. Like it was this right here. Oh, this is super fun. Again, this they're not letting us back down. Like it gets a little bit darker again, right? Because of that bass sound. It's sort of like bass horn sound again, and some 808 going on, right? To give us those bum, 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 right? Like, but it's fun, right? This rhythm, this upbeat tempo and everything, right? It's a little bit of that trap style work in the hi-hats and stuff. It's fun, dude. Like this is totally just vibing. Like this is a jam. Wonderful hook, right? Especially the finish on it. La 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 la. It's a great line. That the shape of it is it's so smart, dude. It's brilliant stuff. The pre-chorus section, the vocal harmonies there. What the organ was doing in the earlier track, they're doing that, but with the vocals in the pre-chorus section. It's beautiful, man. It's absolutely gorgeous. And then the licks, the high notes in this, like, do the build up. There were certain things that I heard in here that seemed like callbacks. You know how sometimes there's something in a song and it's kind of like a reference to one of the previous songs, like earlier in the discography. There was the "Oh My God" one, which reminded me of like Really Bad Boy. Oh my God, right? And then I think this was in the second verse. There was a rhythm in here that was like kind of a callback to Psycho, right? You remember in Psycho when it goes the original visual, like that rhythm is in here. It goes da 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 da, and I was like, that sounds familiar. But there's those little nods in here, right? This is a fun song. It's remember I said they brought us up to the iced coffee song, right? Like it was dark and like really deep, right? And then it started to work its way up, a little bit lighter, sort of climbing up. And what's fun about this is that they brought back the body and the depth, right, with the bass sound here, but keeping the rhythm going, keeping the staccato, everything in the beginning, right? The way it starts, all staccato, bum 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 bum, bum like everything, right? And that keeps it really light and really like fresh and sounding really bright. And it's fun. This should get a video. This is so much fun. This should be like an A-side, you know what I mean? It just has that, it's got that catchiness, it's got that quality to it, it's got that absolute vibe to it. It's really fun though, man. This is really fun. This is that characteristic groove, you know, that kind of like the other songs don't really necessarily try to be hooky or catchy. They try to express something, right? Like all the other songs, if you can get into it, right? If you could wrap your head around these sounds and everything that's going on, you are going to appreciate it a lot, right? This has that catchiness, that popular kind of catchiness to it, you know? And it's the most straightforward feel like that so far, like in the album. If I think about like the other songs were set out to do something very intentionally with each one. Whether you are along for the ride or not, that's up to you, right? But this has the catchiness of it that's going to pull everyone's ear towards it, right? Like it's got it. It's right down to the hook. That's a perfect finish on the hook lines. That la 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 la. That's gonna be stuck in everyone's head like for a while, right? But it's got it. It's got that. It's got the catchiness. And they didn't let up at all on the vocal delivery, right? I said, like, it reached that high point with iced coffee, and I was like, because where do you go from there, right? I feel like if you're listening to an album and harmonically, right, everything's sort of built up and climbed up to this high point, I'm always like, okay, where are we going to go from here? Because it can quite often be either a drop again, like back into something familiar. A lot of times it's a very lateral shift, like it's not going to do something that it did before, but it's kind of going to go like way off to the side in a different direction. This very much kept us up at the top, right? And adding the tempo, like, you know, up tempo beat and everything, lots of very familiar popular elements to the mix, while still keeping a lot of the symphonic instrument sounds, right? And it didn't let any, it doesn't let you down, right? It brings you up to that high point, and they keep you there. That's like, no, it's nice up here, we're gonna have some fun, don't worry, we're gonna enjoy this. But it's even the kiss sound, right? Even that little, right? It's like everything about it, super catchy, super hooky, and really just, it's got that Red Velvet class to it, right? The finish on everything is like, it's so perfect, dude. It is chef's kiss. It's like, oh man, this is that hitter. I would be shocked if this didn't become a music video or something, because it's perfect. Like, it's this perfect for, it's a perfect A-side. Okay. Wait. It's a good album, right? I still have like the last 3 songs here to get through, but this is a very good album if you're a Red Velvet fan, for sure. But I'd say beyond that, if you're somebody who really loves music, if you have a classical background, if you've, you know what I mean? Like, if you've gone through that type of experience and you love things like ballet and classic symphonies and stuff like that, it's so interesting. It's very, very deep and has so many different things going on, and will take you on a bit of a journey, a bit of a trip here, man. Like, it's just going to take you to some different places, but they're very, very competent, and the path is, they know it. Even at some points you might not know it, but they know it for sure. And you kind of start to learn as you go along. You know, like, certain things become very intuitive, and you know where you're going to turn, and you know where the up and where the down, like, you know where these things are coming. So it's a very, very cool experience, right? On a purely musical level, right? It's really, really awesome. It's just it's a fantastic album so far. And I mean, I would bet money that it's going to be fantastic all the way to the end. Okay. 3 more songs to go. Break here. Come back in with Bulldozer. This is probably going to be fun.